just before the winter solstice was my solar return. One more trip around the sun. I've been feeling weird about turning 27, mostly because it feels so close to 30, which feels like I'm running out of time. So I spent the weekend at the cottage with my dear childhood friends and felt so at home with my favorite nature spirits. This time I got to enjoy a quiet morning with deer, uncover deep truths at my favorite sacred labyrinth, and wave to seals bobbing in and out of the ocean. There's a special kind of magic that comes from returning to the place where you first felt like yourself, an old childhood spot that has been the string following you, guiding you throughout your entire life. I'm always feeling light and fulfilled when I explore my safe space. This short trip reconnected me with myself, and I feel so grateful to be on this life journey. I always love to embrace change, and aging is no different.
I'm so happy.
We carry small pieces of our entire lives with us to create a beautiful mosaic that is us. And I feel ready to continue collecting those pieces of myself in ways I would never expect. We exchanged gifts while we're here, and thanks to my dear book-loving friends, I'm going home with 14 new books, 14 new stories to explore, and the inspiration to continue exploring my own. There's going to be a lot of reflection about this year, and I'm ready to properly say goodbye.
Being 27 is weird. It's new to me. It's very new to me. It's my first day. Today is my birthday, and I wanted to spend some time in the woods and just reflect a little bit on 26 and my feelings on turning 27. I feel like 25-year-old me had such high expectations and hopes that 26-year-old me would be living a completely different life. And that did make it harder to be proud and grateful for everything that 26 has brought me, because I wasn't living a completely different life. In fact, my life was pretty similar to 25, which was one of my biggest fears. But also it was kind of really nice and rewarding and life-changing to not have that much change and to have to face one of my biggest fears, which is not changing and not growing. I did grow and change, just not in the ways that I thought I would at 26. I thought that everything would change at 26 and I would really feel like my life was starting. Toward the end of 26, I realized that so much of what's standing in my way is me and my mindset and how I'm looking at things and viewing the world, not necessarily the fact that I haven't moved yet or I'm not living my dream life, because what does that even mean, you know? That's such a crazy expectation to put on myself, all of that to happen in a year. That's just not really how life works, and I feel like I'm learning this lesson over and over again, and I feel like it's gonna stick this time because I really put so much faith into 26, but I don't feel let down by myself, by not having all the things I thought I would or living the life I thought I would by now. I don't feel let down. I feel silly that I had those expectations when that's not what I wanted for myself at 26. So I thought it would be really nice to take some time with just me and nature today and write a letter to my future self to read next year of wishes that I have for her, a little bit about how it was for me this year at 26 and just what I hope for 27, what I really hope for. I'm really excited to read it next year, and see how I've changed from then till now. I think that's a really special tradition I want to have with myself. So I'm gonna just reflect. It's just me and the bare trees. I'm not going to read you what I wrote. Maybe I will next year. Right now it's just for me though, and it's kind of really emotional to reflect on the past year, but also what I wish for my future self. It makes me emotional, and I want the best for her. I feel like it's a lot easier to be kind to yourself when you're talking about the future or the past, because it feels like a different person, you know? So this is also a good reminder to be kind to myself now, because I have been pretty harsh on myself, having all of these crazy expectations, and not giving myself enough time to just be here and be okay with that. So yeah, this is definitely an emotional thing for me, but I'm really excited to read it next year and have this piece of me from 26 going into 27 with an open heart. It just feels really, really special. And just being proud of how far I've come and how far I have left to go. So let's do 27.
The rest of the time spent around my birthday is about celebrating the winter solstice. I love to embrace the start of the winter season around my birthday because it makes me feel more connected to nature during this time, when most people just want to stay inside and avoid it. To be able to celebrate the return of light as I'm celebrating my own solar return just feels so cosmic and magical. We didn't do much decorating around the house this season, but I did want to paint some ornaments. This is a special type of gift I love to give to friends and family, but this one has special meaning to me. It's a memory of a hike I went on with my cousins while we were all visiting my Nona in California a few years ago. What was supposed to be a short walk ended up as a multiple-hour adventure, getting lost, hiking up insane mountainsides, and seeing incredible landscapes. Once we found a path that would take us back, I remember looking up to see these stunning trees and the moon and thinking about how grateful I was. I could tell in that moment I was experiencing something I'd remember forever. We talk about it every holiday season and how much closer we felt after experiencing that together. I just felt like it deserved a place on the tree, to be seen every holiday season when family's around. Mike surprised me with a trip to a wildlife refuge I've never been to before, and we were both amazed by the landscape. There are so many things I don't love about living where I am right now, but being so close to the water and to marshland makes for a really fascinating blend of nature. To walk through a sandy forest in the middle of winter feels like walking through a dream. I can't really describe it.
Yeah.
It reminds me how much beauty is around us all. We just need to look for it. And I just love little reminders like these.
I think my party wants to go through it.
Every year, we usually make Yule pine cones as part of our solstice celebrations, but this year I wanted to try something a little bit different that I saw. Basically, you write down 13 wishes that you want to come true in the new year, and every day you randomly pick a wish and you burn it or get rid of it in some way. And the idea is that the ones that you burn are the ones that you are sending out into the universe. You're trusting that the universe will take care of it. And at the end of 12 days, you have one wish left that you can open and read, and that is the one wish that you are going to make come true, that you are responsible for. And I love this idea because I feel like oftentimes in the new year, we're so overwhelmed with a huge list of resolutions and things we're hoping to achieve. And I really love the concept of just focusing on one wish and trusting everything else will make its way to me.
Yes.
That moon is really so clear.
Stop watching. Stop watching.
Okay.
That's good.
Now you are.